Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Evil
Where am I?
Oh, sorry. Ariel. Remember from The Little Mermaid?
Oh, I thought I was reminded of the recent events in Rome, where there were people singing their little hearts out for the death of one pope and the birth of a new one.
Were you shocked, Mike, that there was an American Pope?
I couldn't believe a Yankee won the vote.
Yankee in the Pope's house.
And I love the Pope's brother, who is like a MAGA Trump guy who, as soon as the new Pope was announced, people dug up his tweets, and he had called Nancy Pelosi the C word in a tweet.
And I assume not craphead. Oy, oy, oy.
Oh my God!
But speaking of the C word, it's not just the three of us here. Michael, Chris, and James. James, Chris, and Mike. There's another little fella here tonight joining us, isn't there?
You're not. Well, I don't think of you as little. Tim Gilbert is here. Thank you so much for joining us, Tim.
Thank you so much for having me, guys. I'm so happy to be here. What a pleasure it is to be on the pod once again. I love your new digs. You know, this place is amazing. Everybody seems so cool and nice.
Thanks, Tim.
So nice. I remember, you know, when you guys first fell in love with podcasting and the podcast lifestyle, and you planted a seed, and it has been an incredible journey to watch it grow. So congratulations to you. I'm happy to be back.
Well, and before we get going, if you're watching this on YouTube, check it out at youtube.com/evilmenpodcast. May as well subscribe to us. Tim, you're wearing a really cool shirt today.
Thank you. I didn't even realize I was. I just threw this on. This is actually couture. This was made for me to fit my body. By my friend Michael Kors. All my clothes have to be made specifically for me, because you can't just go to Walmart and get a 56 waist, 18 leg pair of pants. So all my clothes have to be made especially for me.
It reminds me of the kind of thing you used to see at the It store. Do you guys remember the It store?
Oh yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
they had those stress boobies that you squeezed.
Yeah, and
Why is that the only thing I remember?
dude, I remember a stressed penis, and I was a kid, and I didn't know what it was, and I squeezed it, and then I thought,
And now what?
I do that all the
James,
time.
Get that out of your mouth. You don't know where it's been.
Well,
Yeah.
we won't keep the listeners in suspense. Your shirt has a bunch of penises on it.
I guess it does. I didn't even really notice, but this is just the fabric they use.
What did you think they were?
I don't know, just a blue design. I wasn't really. I don't really see the world.
There's all
like
kinds of
that.
different blue penises all over it.
Well, that's news to me.
Blue for the Blue Jays. And
Yeah.
the-
It looks like someone went crazy with the sword on a bunch of Mr. Men, is what I
Or
think
Smurfs.
of. Smurfs, yeah.
Oh, a bunch of Smurf penises. Sure.
No, although I got to be honest, when I think of the Smurfs, I don't associate these penises with them. They're very big and they're all circumcised. That's actually one bullshit thing about that shirt. Could you have one non-circumcised in there?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't make the shirt
Right.
again,
It's not your
but
problem.
I will
Right,
bring
it's
it
some
up.
fabric from Fabricland
Yeah, it is.
that someone cut and then brought to a shop, a warehouse,
Sewed together.
and sewed together like a summer shirt.
Did you wear this shirt to the mechanic today? Because you were saying before we started recording that you brought your car to get fixed.
No, I did not wear this shirt to the mechanic because I was anticipating, having to get in there, doing car stuff. So
You don't want
I
to get dirty, get oil.
That's right.
on it?
So I came back from the car place, had a shower, and just threw this on, and now here we are.
But a lot of people don't know, but the upholstery in Tim's car has penises all over it.
Right, and all the seats have massive dildos sticking out of them.
Yeah.
So to even get into my car, you have to let a whole giant dildo
And-
go all the
Okay,
way
so
up.
What if you're
inside
driving
of
with
you.
your family to like Disney World?
Everybody knows that's what my car is. If you are
even your family.
of course, my family. It was their idea.
And it's
And
weird.
you can't bring luggage to Disneyland either because the trunk is full of dildos as well.
Right.
And some of them have like chainsaw equipped handles to them that you have to rev up and get going.
He's right. and I've got a bunch of dildos tied to the back of my car like a just married can. You know what I mean? So that when I drive around, you see dildos flopping and whopping around.
And the shape of Tim's car is like a penis, like how Dumb and Dumber's van is like a dog.
Right.
Well, why? What made you want to be like the fucking penis guy? Like, you know, it seems like it's your whole identity.
This is news to me, guys.
Well, the way you're like when you reveal things about your life, it's starting to seem that way.
Well,
I don't
I have
understand
honestly
how
never
it could
thought
be
about
news
it.
to
like
you, and you're the one that makes a choice to decorate everything you own with penises and dildos.
Yeah, but I'm not consciously doing that.
You're just like, aesthetically, this is the decoration I choose.
Right, yeah.
So
Penises.
It's like if Criss bought a cactus or a painting of whatever.
Then we'd be
flower.
like, you're the cactus guy.
Okay.
You're Mr. Flower now.
Yeah.
I thought they were cactuses at first until I took a closer look at your shirt.
You know what? Maybe who knows, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and
I love the way you said that.
thank you.
Well, they are cactuses in the sense mine is, because when people touch it, they go, ow!
Really?
Yeah, it stabs them.
Oh,
Right.
you know what? It could be
Bristles.
static cling.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Maybe that's why there's always yarn on it.
Did you guys let off fireworks yesterday in honor of Queen Victoria? Because it was a holiday here in Canada.
I saw a
yesterday.
great firework display in Ottawa, actually, Ontario, home of our capital.
What did it look like?
Well, it was fireworks, which looked like regular fireworks, which are still extremely fun and impressive. But then they had like 1,000 drone display.
Really?
And it was commemorating, I guess, World
James
War II.
just
Videos
woke
of
up.
that in China. And I
It
thought
was-
Somebody likes
I have some
China.
on video. I'll show you.
It's cool.
But it was cool, but also very scary. And the images they made were like 3D images of war, like tanks and soldiers shooting guns.
Read the room, guys.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. It was. Everyone was like, "Oh, okay, yeah."
Let me guess, Tim, did you go to a drone fireworks show that the drones were in the shape of a penis?
No,
Okay.
of course not. I don't know where, like, you wear one shirt. Sure, sorry, I guess my shirt has penises on it. I did not even realize that as I came down here today. Nobody I was walking down here said anything about the penises on my shirt. I get here and this is all you guys can talk about. Would it help you if I put a jacket on or something?
No, you
Wrap
be
myself
warm.
in a blanket or a
You need
towel?
A warm guest.
I don't understand why the penis guy is upset about being the penis guy.
Well, I'm not upset. I guess I'm just finding out for the first time right now that I am the penis guy.
You are.
Well, I didn't know that.
Everything you do in your whole life comes down to penises.
I
all
disagree.
The time.
I don't
Whether
think
on
about
this
it like that
podcast
at all.
or off this podcast, it's all you talk about to me, Mike, and James.
is
penises?
Is that true, guys?
Yes.
That's
In
true.
every text thread, it's like once a week there's something about, hey, did you hear about John Hamm's huge dick? It's like, yes. Let me
Yes.
guess, that's Tim.
What?
You think it's news, but it's just all like your algorithm knows that you like penis news, I guess.
Yeah, my algorithm is insane right now. If you could see my phone, you would throw it in a well.
Hey guys, I just got a text.
And then the lady from the ring gives it back to you.
Back, yes, because she doesn't want it either.
Yeah, she's like, too scary.
Too much penis content on here.
I just got a text. We've been nominated for a special newly created category in the Canadian Podcast Awards.
Yes.
Oh.
What is it?
Classiest podcast of the year. And we won it.
That's great.
That's
great.
terrific.
I'm so happy.
$40,000 cash prize.
Oh my God.
$40?
$40,000.
$40,000.
Wow.
$40,000.
That's a lot of penises we can buy.
Yeah, that's true.
a
Well, that's a yearly subscription to peniscentral.ca.
Oh, sure.
What's
yeah.
that club for men that's all penis
Penis club?
oriented that has like a high initiation rate?
Penis club for men?
Yeah, we can finally afford to join.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh my God. Thank you, Canadian Podcast Awards.
And since I'm already in, I can sort of grandfather you guys all in too.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Oh, now I'm thinking about a
I love it.
grandfather's penis. That's the last thing I bloody need.
You'll
Well,
love it,
that
James.
wasn't
They
my
have tennis
point.
courts there where the tennis rackets
Yeah, I
are
play
shaped
tennis.
like penises
Oh.
and the balls are white like balls of jizz.
Yeah, so you feel like you're whacking around a few balls of jizz with your big old tennis penises.
It's really fun. And they have a basketball court too. And the ball is big and white like a big piece of jizz. and then the hoop is shaped up like an open dick hole. So when you score a basket, it's like you're putting jizz back in your penis where it should be, because we're all trying to stave off from losing our semen.
They say
we're
you
semen
can't
retainers, right, James?
Absolutely, yes.
you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube, but you can put balls of jizz back in your penis hole.
Especially at the Penis Club for Men in Toronto,
Exactly.
which we can now afford to be members of.
Yes. So thank you to those awards.
Yeah.
You didn't think wearing that shirt would create all this, would
No,
you, Tim?
I just thought, I thought you guys might, for all I know, have the exact same shirt on.
I can imagine
Well, I'm
you.
not wearing a penis shirt, but I do have a penis under my clothes.
Oh yeah, let's fucking see it then. Oh, this penis chat.
I'll fucking pull it out and
Fucking
jack off
pull
on
it
your
out.
fucking face,
Let's
bitch.
fucking see it then. Do it.
Okay, James, Mike, and I are gonna jack off on Tim's face right now.
Go ahead. I'll pay you each $1,000 to do that.
We
Go
are
ahead.
at Sleepless Studios here in Toronto. We're not permitted to whack
What?
off.
Oh,
in the
please.
studio.
We
Everybody
rented
here's
this
been
room.
jerking
There's
off all
literally
day.
one of those you change behind them. What are those folding walls called?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the word
What
is
is
for
it?
those. Like
Screen?
a
Screen. A
folding
changing screen is blocking the
Screen.
door. And Michael Mongiardi is here too. The five of us can all jack off for a fucking hour and a half, and no one can do anything about it because we rented this room.
Yeah, it's our room. Until 8 o'clock, we can jack off as much as we want.
Yeah. And honestly, I'm in my mid 40s now, and I can keep going. I don't give a fuck. When
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
done, I can ready to go again.
Really?
Yes.
That's impressive.
All I eat are chicken wings. I have so much protein and power stacked up in me.
Damn.
Wow. Well, that's impressive. I think I'd need a long break.
And what would you do on that break to get rest?
look
and then
at me.
also
Look at my phone. I don't know. Text you guys.
always looking at your phone in between jacking off. What's with our generation these days?
Yeah, in the 90s, they'd be taking a walk.
Hey, we were talking about this the other day.
Yeah.
Nobody, there's the younger generation has no concept of selling out anymore.
I saw a guy in a video on my phone say that.
Yeah, we totally grew up knowing that we shouldn't become a sellout.
Right.
Now no one gives a fuck.
It's true. I think it's true.
Now they want to.
They want to sell out before they're even out of high school.
Even Green Day have collaborated with 7-Eleven to release a special Green Day Slurpee.
Mike, is that true?
Is that
Yeah.
true, Mike?
True.
You want to slurp an American Slurpee?
Hi, I'm Billy Joe Armstrong. I'm Mike Durant. I'm Trey Cool, and I'm Billy Joe Armstrong. And when we're thirsty for something green and sweet, we have a big Slurpee with our name in it. now.
Yeah. No, we don't slurp on Trey Cool's hair. It's a Slurpee from 7-Eleven. We're punk.
Well, it's midnight and I want a taquito. I'm not going to Walmart or to Bankers. 7-Eleven's the place to go.
Was that
Do you
Green
have
Day?
the time?
Was that a Green Day song?
Isn't it?
I don't know. What was
This
that?
is a Green Day song.
Is that
This is
When I
Green Day.
Come Around?
Yeah.
Oh,
This is a Green
I
Day song.
guess.
Do you have the time to slurp on freezing slime?
That's good.
That's
really
It'll
good.
give you a brain freeze, no doubt about it.
wow.
Oh, man.
Welcome to Slurpee Dice. And so on.
My favorite cartoon dog is Slurpee from Charlie Brown.
Good Slurpee time of your life.
Yes.
Yeah.
American Slurpee it.
Yeah.
I hope you had the slurp of your life.
Oh my god. It's something unpredictable, but in the end,
It's right.
it's right. I hope you go to 7-Eleven tonight.
Yeah, all our heroes, they used to have...
Do you think those punk
used to have
motherfuckers
values.
sold out?
I'm nervous that Green Day have sold out.
If Green Day's is sold out, then what are we gonna do?
What choice do we have?
I mean, you don't expect that from your punk rock Broadway heroes to collaborate with 7-Eleven after they've had a hit show on Broadway, you know?
Let me guess. Offspring has got a sandwich at Chick-fil-A.
Rancid has a new pie at Pizza Hut. It's a pizza with a mohawk on it.
Rancid pizza.
Pineapple looks like a mohawk.
$1 pizza. $1 pizza.
Pennywise. Pennywise Cola, now available at Taco Bell.
Yeah.
What would no effects do? What would no effects do, Tim?
Insurance. That's pretty bad.
Farm Insurance. That was my raspy fat mic.
Pretty good.
Our friend who listens, Adam Brody, sort of shout out here. I believe he once told me. I think he told me he thought I looked like Fat Mike from No Effects.
I don't see it.
Adam, if it wasn't you, I'm sorry. And shout out Adam.
I
and
do
Dave.
not see that.
I kind of can see it.
I can't.
Okay, good.
Get some insurance for when you're sick. It's important. That's
Are
how
you
they
doing
sing,
linoleum?
right?
Yeah,
They
pretty
do like
much,
high
yeah.
harmonies like that.
Linoleum.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Insurance never meant anything to me.
I'm not crazy.
That's not true. I'm now insured.
Yeah, we're the last.
This is pretty good.
We're the last.
That's not true. I bonked my head. I thought I was in trouble. Then my insurance covered the hospital bill.
Ryan scrambled eggs.
Now it's the reggae part of the insurance commercial.
Tim, did you ever
And now
go?
it's a song about lesbians.
Tim, how many warp tours did you go to?
I have never been to one Warp Tour in my entire life.
I've been
No,
to
no.
two, bitch.
Tim,
I've been to one.
Wow.
Oh, which one did you go to, motherfucker?
I went to a goddamn ass one. I forget what year.
An ass one? You went to an ass?
Dr. Penis over here.
Here we go. This guy going to ass Warp
I
Tour.
went to a goddamn ass one.
You need an ass shirt, Mike.
Rancid and the Specials were on.
That's
and,
amazing.
That sounds.
And it was
right.
there was no shade. It was at the docks in Toronto. It was just
Oh.
there's no shade in the concrete, and I think I got like
Yo, no shade.
sun sickness, heat stroke,
Oh yeah, heat stroke. Yeah.
sun sickness.
Oh my God, did Rancid play with the Specials?
I think there was some sort of collaboration. Yeah.
well, because Tim, I always think of you as like you grew up a major punk guy. So you must have seen a ton of shows, even if you didn't see the Warp Tour.
Yeah, of course. But I mean, you know, I was going to shows in basements, in bars.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
At your grandma's backyard. You know what I mean?
Tim, what's the
That's
craziest thing
cool.
that ever happened at a punk rock show you went to in a basement or a house or a bar?
Great question.
Oh, well, we don't need to get too into it, but like our local town neo-Nazis showed up and wanted to fight everyone. And luckily, one of our teachers from the school was there with her husband, and he saved all of us.
Are you
Wow.
serious?
Yes.
One husband against a bunch of neo-Nazis.
That's not, it wasn't a whole bunch.
That's a great idea for a movie starring Chris Locke with all of his in it. I could just see that.
But are you guys the
And
neo-Nazis, or do I
what,
save
we're
you
the
from
Nazis?
them?
no,
Yeah,
we're his
yeah, we're
friends.
the Nazis.
We're his
This
friends.
is
Well,
an-
Tim's a neo-Nazi.
This, no,
Tim's a
no,
Nazi.
no, I'm not. I don't want to be in this Nazi film.
I have to say that wasn't the fun story I was anticipating.
Oh well, like you know, that's
Did
the
you
real
ever-
shit, Mike.
Did you ever meet a girl at a concert and kiss each other?
Yes, and that's how I got mono. Is the honest to God truth.
Jesus Christ.
A girl,
man.
I fell down once, and a girl picked me up. This is true. And like the girl we were talking before the show, she told
That's what
us
I'm talking
that
about.
she had diabetes. Okay,
Okay.
this was in London, Ontario. Probably I don't know how long ago.
Well, you can't get diabetes from kissing.
No, you can't, as far as I know, but you can get mono. I fell down in the pit. She picked me up and grabbed me, and we started making out instantly. And
Are
I
you
was
kidding?
like, "Holy
Whoa.
fuck, this is amazing!"
It's like
Amazing.
a gum commercial.
oh yeah, this
scenario.
shit does not happen to me every
then how
day.
long did
And then
mono
the next
last?
thing you know, I got fucking mono.
For how long?
I don't remember. This was literally in like grade 9. So this, I think, it was like a
Right.
month or something of mono.
Oh, that's too bad. But
so
still cool,
you're like, you
cool
don't
way
have
to get it.
diabetes, you have fucking mono, man.
Exactly.
Wow, that's a crazy
London
story.
Fair, Western Fairgrounds. You
But
know, I don't even.
You wouldn't have traded it though, right? You wouldn't have said, "I'd rather not have made out with a cool babe."
Now at this point I can laugh about it, and I'm glad I did it, and I don't mind getting mono 20 years ago.
Tim, does this make sense to you? You know when you were like a teen and you go to a club and when you left at night, like the bottom of your jeans were muddy and wet?
Well,
know
yeah,
what I'm
I
talking
mean,
about?
all my pants are too long for me, so yes, all my pants are
But
constantly
especially
brown
in the 90s,
and muddy
big
on the
baggy
bottom.
long pants were.
And then they get all
But
ripped up.
they're all ripped and wet and muddy. Do you know what I mean, Mike?
I know what you mean.
Do you know what I mean?
Mike has always
James?
worn
do.
tailored pants.
So
He
Tim,
does
do you
not.
agree with me? I feel like the whole floor of all of London, Ontario feels like it's like that. Like your pants just get wet standing in London, Ontario.
People not listening from our area probably don't even know there is a London in Ontario, Canada, and it's
I think
We have some
like
listeners
that.
from London, Ontario, and no offense, but also listeners from London, Ontario. Do you know what I mean?
London, Ontario is almost exactly like London, England.
It is
In every way.
It's got a Big
Except-
Ben, but you don't want to see him.
Wow, I did know a guy from London named Ben, and he died.
Was he big?
He was big.
What did he die? How?
I think he might have committed.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, you can't win them all.
Can't win them all.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of dye, just to change the topic here.
We're gonna tie-dye T-shirts this summer.
Hey, that sounds great.
Well, I was gonna say they'll be saying Norm in heaven because George Wendt has passed away.
Do doodle-itty do. Making your way to heaven today takes everything you got. Mike.
Sometimes you will need to pass away. It sure does help a lot. No, why would I say that?
No,
Wouldn't
and
you
you know what?
like to pass away?
Yeah, I mean, it is sad, but when someone is a bit older,
It
I
is
feel
sad.
like, hey, it's okay. You
He
lived a
made
good
it.
life.
He
You had
did
a good
well.
life. You
Oh,
lived a
yeah,
long
he did
time. I
good.
mean,
No, he did well. And
could have lived a
honestly,
bit longer, but
all due respect to George Wendt,
absolutely.
Jason Sudeikis' uncle.
He's Jason Sudeikis' uncle.
Well,
Yeah.
that explains a thing or two.
yeah, it actually does.
Like it runs in the family, being funny guys on TV.
It's so crazy when you see those.
Yeah, that's what I
You see
read.
those pictures of the cast of Cheers, and Norm and Cliff were like 24, and you're like, "What the fuck? I thought they were 40."
Norm! Yeah, it's like they showed a picture of him from. Honestly, they showed a picture of him from Cheers, but next to a recent picture of him, and I was like, all right. There was literally no difference except he's a bit grayer.
When it said George Wendt passed away at 76, I swear to God, I thought he was like 88 or something or 90.
But
Like,
that's good. You want to live like that.
You wanna live
You wanna
like
live
that.
looking as you did on TV in the 80s for the rest of your life.
We all want to look like George Wendt at the moment of our death.
Oh yeah.
But also, honestly, like R.I.P. George, you made us laugh so much complaining about Vera and
that
dealing.
Bears.
Yeah.
That Bears.
Honestly,
Oh
George,
yeah, the Bears.
I think I speak for all of us when I say, George Wendt, you're the reason why we do what we do. And
George Wendt gave me permission to be weird.
and R.I.P. But yeah, Curse of Cheers strikes again.
I just know that George Wendt is up there in heaven right now, chugging a pint next to Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
And that was Jimi Hendrix playing it for him on the guitar.
So it's like.
Yeah, yeah.
Wouldn't you like to go? That's my
Pretty
Jimi
good.
Hendrix. Thank you.
Pretty good.
Oh my God. But it is sad. But also, I gotta say, the way I found out that George Wendt died today was James shared a newspaper cartoon
They got that
in a
up fast.
group. In a group message thread that we
Yeah.
have, where it was George Wendt showing up to heaven, and all the angels are going, Norm.
I did share that in our
So,
group thread.
If you got to heaven and everyone said Norm, would you be like,
Yeah, like I actually did other roles. You
Yeah.
could check my IMDb.
Because that must have happened to him every day. And, he
and my
must have
name
been
is
like,
George.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, his biography was called, his first autobiography was called I Am Not George, or I Am Not Norm. And then his second autobiography was Fine, I Am Norm.
I'm Spock.
I am Spock. How about me being Spock? Dude, I would love George Wendt as Spock. Spock! Everyone walking into the Enterprise and just drinking a pint with Spock.
Cliff Clavin's Captain Kirk.
Oh
Hey,
my God.
Nam, what do you think about these Klingons over here?
Hey, you know, what does he say? He's always got facts, right?
Yeah. You know, Nam, Klingons actually live 440% longer than a human.
You know, if you actually set your phasers to stun when you shoot a Romulan, it doesn't work as well. I don't know. I can't do it.
I wonder how many warp tours George Wendt went to.
Went.
Went.
He also had that problem all his life. George went somewhere.
Yeah.
That's
Not
sad.
nice.
Right, Tim?
Yeah, that's right.
Jim, have you love punk rock music? I just want to ask you one more question.
He also
Okay.
loves really scary metal music.
But this is a punk question. Are you excited, or have you seen Chef Maddie's new
I-
hardcore punk rock band, Maddie
No.
Matheson?
I have not seen it.
Chef
I,
Maddie.
You know, I don't know the guy. I can't say I'm interested.
Well,
Have you tried his pizza or his hamburgers?
No, I cannot afford them. I cannot afford to buy his pizza and hamburgers.
I heard they're expensive. I think I might have tried a pizza of his at a party that someone else bought the pizzas,
Well, now
and they were good.
he has his own punk rock band, so that's something exciting.
Yeah.
Well,
Exciting for the summer.
We'll see how well they do after we start our own punk band.
Yeah.
oh,
Where we were always jerking off on each other.
I
Right?
know what we
Yeah.
could call ourselves
What?
the dads who rock.
Yeah.
But James, we don't have kids.
No, I know, but just it's like kind of funny and cool.
What about dads on LSD?
Yeah,
Like rich kids on LSD, but we're older, so we're dads.
yeah, I like that.
Dad flag.
Yeah.
Right. Dad brains.
Hey, there you go.
Well,
Dad Kennedy's.
before we get to this week's topic, I simply have to mention that we have a Patreon account that you can find at patreon.com/evilmen.
Oh, I can't wait to sign up for that.
Irresistible.
Patreon.com/evilmen. And if you sign up and pay a few dollars a month, you get 2 bonus episodes a month. We're going to do a bonus episode with Tim after this, and it's going to be even crazier.
It's going to be fucking
and
crazy.
nastier than this real main episode.
I
So-
got a couple ideas.
Excellent. I'm thinking I asked Elisa on our Discord to give us some Cosmo quiz questions. I might ask us Cosmo quiz questions on there. So check it out. Patreon.com/evilmen. You also get to join our Discord and you find out about all sorts of stuff. You can talk to us and suggest topics. And you just help us out. So please check it out. We really appreciate it.
Also, we should announce here for the first time ever on Saturday, June 28th, we are doing another Evil Men live show at Comedy Bar on Bloor Street in Toronto. Tickets will be on sale shortly, and we will announce the lineup also soon.
Michael, thank you for mentioning. I forgot. Great job.
No problem.
That'll be fun. All our live shows are the best. They will sell out quick. So please, if you're in Toronto, come see us.
Isn't that like the day before or after one of your preview shows for your Edinburgh Fringe show?
Yes, it just happened to line up that way, so I might be making a 2-for-1 offer on, but that's to be determined.
Mike.
But if you need to see me 2 nights in a row, the end of June is going to be like Christmas for you.
Mike, don't you love that our job is basically just asking people to do stuff for us all the time?
Will you come and help me?
Help me realize my goals still.
Help me, I've my insides.
Help me, I've written a new one-man show. Help me presentate myself.
I want to perform like a superstar.
Oh my God.
Imagine
How
that.
do you do it?
Help me.
Well, boys, I guess it's fair to say. Tim, you picked the topic this week, and
I did.
And I'm gonna say to everyone before I say the topic, does this song ring a bell to you? I am the mind freak. There's no reality. Just this world of illusion that keeps on haunting me.
Yeah.
Does it ring a bell for you, Chris or Mike?
Not really.
Really?
I'm sorry.
Never heard it before, actually.
I
What?
feel so
Never
heard
bad.
it,
I
of
feel so
course.
bad. I don't know it.
That's
Yeah.
crazy to me.
What is it?
It's Mind Freak. Mind Freak. Mind Freak. Chris Angel Mind Freak.
Oh, God.
Oh, well, I know him.
Yes.
He's scary.
You
His
never
magic
heard his
scares the crap out of
song.
me.
Oh yeah, he's like a magician but fucked in the head.
Is
Yeah.
he like the guy who can talk to dogs and he's Mexican?
No, that's
No.
Cesar.
That's Cesar.
Oh.
And he is
That's
good.
Dog Freak.
Is he
That's
the guy?
the dog freak.
Is he the guy who goes bam and he makes a nice dish?
No, that's Emerald Lagasse.
Oh, okay.
Wake
Yeah.
me up before you mind freak.
I know the concept of a mind freak. It's very disturbing. Is it freaking someone's mind. Is
And the
is it
fact that he
sexual?
has put this title upon himself. You know,
Yeah.
he's the one that says, I
That's
am
the
a
thing.
mind freak.
That's the thing.
I
That's what
generally-
makes me nervous.
Like, my whole life, I've worked so hard to fortify my mind so it can't be freaked
Yeah.
by anybody.
No, but
Right.
he literally went out of his way to freak his own mind.
Yeah.
He might be the only person who's ever done that.
Yeah, I
He
know.
is the
And
only
he
mind
freaks-
freak that I've ever heard of.
Me too, other than fucking Jeffrey Dahmer or something.
Yeah.
I don't think
What's the one with the hunting cap? Ed
Ed Gein.
Ed Gein. He's a mind
Oh yeah,
freak.
Gein. That whole episode, I said Ed Gein, and it was wrong.
Yeah.
It's
Gein.
But how the hell was I supposed to know?
Yeah.
No.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, don't worry how you say his last name. Just get all these the skin out of his house.
Yeah.
Call me what you want. Just get the skin out of my house.
Don't call me late for dinner if it's skin.
Although chicken skin, I mean, hey.
He likes skin.
Yeah, and skulls and bones and he had bowls made out. I don't know. Is Criss Angel going to be this exciting?
Well,
Ed
if you
Gein
like
ha-
showbiz.
Ed Gein had bowls made out of skulls and stuff.
Right. And like a nipple vest or something, right?
Yeah,
Does,
that's right.
does Criss Angel have a nipple vest?
He probably does. That's the
probably
thing
does.
is that
he probably does.
he has
definitely
all this
has
crazy
nipples.
stuff.
James, does he have nipples? Sorry, I keep distracting you.
No, he has two.
Thanks.
And he's a Brooklyn man because he looks like a goth,
He's
but he
from
has
Long Island.
but he has a
Oh
New York
my
accent and he
God,
looks
of
like a
course
goth,
he
which is a funny combination.
Well, let me tell you
Can
a
he
little
make
bit
Long
about him.
Island tea disappear?
Oh, yeah. Put two in front of me and they'll disappear.
Stop
In a
mind
day.
In a day.
Yeah,
on my
over
desk.
2 hours. Over an evening. On a sunny day.
I just mind freaked these Long Island iced teas.
Oh my God, I just mind freaked my wife.
I just mind freaked the shit out of my wife.
I just mind freaked all over myself. It can happen.
I got arrested for mind freaking in my car.
I think thinking of a sexy thought is a mind freak. Because you're
Right.
freaking your mind.
Yeah,
But I don't think it's in the same context as
No.
what he is saying.
Right?
That's a mind freak.
He's a mind freak. Mind freak.
He's mind freaky.
Ow. Yeah.
This is interesting.
It is.
Yeah,
isn't
this
it?
is good.
Well, we'll get going.
This
here.
topic is interesting, and we are good at podcasts.
Yeah, this is great.
Criss Angel was not
Yes?
born as
So the reason that
sorry.
I brought this up,
Okay.
the reason that I picked Criss Angel is because the last time I was on the pod, I picked Jerry Jones, and I
Yes,
realized
that was a
I've
great
been
one.
thinking about this wrong. Like I was trying to think of like who is an insanely evil man. Okay,
Yeah,
right.
so I
That
picked
was a
Jerry
good one,
Jones,
though.
and went over how it did. But
It was
then I
great.
thought,
That's
oh,
one of our
thank
most-
you.
it's a
very
Oh,
popular
okay,
episode.
thank
It's our
you.
most popular episode, Tim.
I will check it out when I get home. So
For those of you who
Chris
are
and Tim
huge
just
fans
yelled
of
at each other for about 10 minutes. It was really good.
that doesn't sound right.
Oh, was this in your basement?
Yeah.
Yes,
That was the best. That's one of the best episodes, for real.
Let me tell you, my
Sorry.
wife was so mad about that. She literally was like, "Why the fuck are they talking about the Rosie O'Donnell doll?" That's what she said to me.
Why? Why was she mad? Rebecca, what are you doing?
You know what I do find interesting?
Can I say her name on here?
No, well, I mean, you already did. It's okay.
Can I just say, guys, I do find interesting whenever I can't make it to be on the show and I'm not there, and the show comes out, all I hear is like, "Wow, this was the best episode ever, and this clip is amazing."
That is not true. That is absolutely not
You
true.
are such an important part of the show, Mike.
That had nothing to do with the energy in that episode. That you being there would have been an asset. It
Oh,
just
yeah.
happened that Chris and Tim went crazy and yelled at each other, and it was.
Fun.
But you
Fine.
being there only would have enhanced it, like a cock ring on a great sex session.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Mike, you're like the cock ring on the giant penis that we all make.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Well, let me,
Evil men wouldn't be evil men without Balajuan.
Certainly.
Absolutely.
No, I don't think we should
Hakeem
get rid of him.
Olajuwon.
I know. I always say that in my head, but maybe never out loud.
Let's talk about Criss Angel. Yeah. Now,
So the reason I wanted to
Okay.
do Criss Angel was because I just think like he is so funny looking, and he like if he is not evil, it is so funny to present yourself like you are a mind freak. You are some
Scary
evil
man.
wizard monster
Right.
that lives in this modern day who also listens to Korn. You know what I mean?
yes,
Like you can tell just looking at him, he's like a
he
massive
seems
Korn guy.
very corn.
Was your
Yes.
wife mad about us talking about the Rosie O'Donnell doll because she thought it would give people the idea to break in and steal it?
Perhaps, yeah. I don't really. She's always worried everybody's gonna break in and steal everything all the time.
Okay.
So yeah.
There's no Rosie O'Donnell doll in Tim's house anymore.
No, don't even come to my house looking for the Rosie O'Donnell doll. It's not there. Don't worry about it, everybody.
Mind Freak
Don't
made it
worry about it.
disappear.
Yes. But so the reason I picked Criss Angel was just because I thought it would be really funny, and
It's a great topic.
Funny. Thank you.
You know what? It's a great topic, and I love doing podcasts.
Yeah, great.
Well, folks, Criss Angel, his parents didn't name him that. They didn't christen him that. He was born as Christopher Nicholas Sarantakos in Long Island. So he's Greek.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
He was born
Say
in
no more.
in 67.
Mine Greek.
That's
He's mind Greek.
Mine Greek.
I just thought of that. I just
incredible.
thought of that.
Hilarious.
He is the Mine Greek.
See, if you weren't here, Mike, someone else would have said that.
No one would have
No one
said
could
that.
replace Mike.
I wouldn't have thought of
There
that.
would have been 3 seconds of silence.
Now, here's a...
No, I just got mind freaked even by his background.
Does this sound like a mind freaky thing? Criss Angel's father owned a restaurant and donut shop.
Oh
in
my
Long
God.
Island.
Was it evil or a regular one?
I think it was regular, but that's kind of like hard
Donut?
to imagine. But it was a freaky donut.
Right.
So, did you guys hear music? I guess it's
Yeah.
from another studio.
It's
Whatever.
freaky.
We'll just
Yeah,
ignore
yeah.
it. We're getting mind freaked here.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Eerie.
I guess we're
It
not.
is.
I'm going to go to
Professionals
Vegas and
here?
start an act called Mind Fuck. Okay. Like, just go for it. Like,
Yeah,
you'll
why not
instantly
go for
be
it?
more, like, enticing than Mind Freak,
That
who
is
plays
such
it
a
safe.
good point. It's like saying mind darn it. Like
Just, you know what?
Yeah.
One step further, Chris. Lose the word mind, and it's just a picture of you and the word fuck.
Yeah.
And that's the name of your show.
And you're
I would
pulling
make
your
so
butt
much
apart.
money.
yeah, pulling your butt apart. Yeah.
People would go to that.
That
Yeah, and
lot-
there's a
I mean,
Target tattoo on my butt.
Yeah.
The truth is,
Fuck.
people would go to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gross.
Chris is a popular guy.
My butt's gross.
Anyway, so
Wait till Mike wait till Mike sees the love on Discord after this
Absolutely.
episode.
Oh yeah,
eh?
people are
You're
gonna
gonna feel
go
the
nuts for
love.
Mike.
No, that's not why I said that.
Uh-huh.
That's not why I said
the
that.
love.
Everybody, we've got to make Mike feel better. Let's cheer him up.
If that happens, I quit the show.
So Criss Angel developed an interest in magic at a young age, and you know who his inspiration was? It's actually a pretty interesting story.
Oh. No, okay, say.
I was just gonna say, just kidding. Harry Houdini. Isn't that so obvious?
Yeah.
It's like being like a musician. Like, oh, you know who really inspired me? The Beatles. I mean,
Yeah.
Harry Houdini. No kidding.
Yeah, I noticed the Beatles make music that really responds. I respond to. God, sorry, I chunked that.
No, you didn't. So Criss Angel is this
Respond to.
young Greek kid in Long Island.
Are you allowed to talk like that, James?
I feel like I am.
right because
James
you're
can.
Catholic.
Right.
Exactly. I used to listen to the sports radio host Bob McCowan, and he'd have hockey analyst Nick Kyprios on.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he'd always go, "Hey, it's Nick the Greek," and they'd play Greek music, and I don't know, it
Well,
seemed
Nick
okay
was
in the
allowed to do
'90s.
it, but yeah.
Anyway, so
They did take that guy off the air, though, right?
yes, that he did get fired.
Okay, just making sure. Yeah.
So, Criss Angel, he's 14. He's performing around at high schools and restaurants. He loves magic.
So he got in early.
Wow.
And you want to know his first major illusion?
Yeah, what?
Making his mother float in their family den.
What? If I did that when I was 14, I would get in so much trouble.
I know.
Put me down.
Christopher, stop floating your mother.
I'll make your mom float in the family den.
I was waiting for that
Isn't
one.
that the Oedipus complex where you want to make your mother float
Yeah.
and your dad
And your dad
go,
sing.
wow?
Your dad sing?
The donut shop is mine.
I thought that his hero, because he's around our age probably. I thought his hero would have been like he's younger, older.
Oh, he's 15 years older than me.
Oh, okay.
Good.
But still, he probably grew up around the time of David Copperfield making like shit disappear. Remember him?
Yeah. I mean,
Didn't he walk through the Great Wall of China or something?
I remember he made the Empire State Building or Statue of Liberty disappear.
yeah,
But
right, yeah.
you know how they do it? It's silly. They just literally the stage that David Copperfield is on and the camera are like attached, so they just move it.
This is my
So
impression.
it didn't disappear. Just the
This is
camera
my
moved.
impression of David Copperfield. You know how you You want to know the secret? How I made the Statue of Liberty disappear? I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. He
But
was,
didn't
he was
date
married to a
Daryl
beautiful
Hannah
woman.
or something.
No, it was Claudia.
Claudia Schiffer.
No fucking way.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
I love her. Who's Criss Angel married to?
Well, guess who he did date?
Who?
A little woman called Holly Madison who was dating Hugh fucking Hefner.
Oh.
Holy fuck.
And she said in an interview that I watched this afternoon that it was toxic.
I bet.
With Hugh or with Criss?
With Chris. I
Oh,
don't have no
no.
research on Hugh, but it probably wasn't great.
Yeah.
We did an episode on
We
Hugh.
did Hugh and it
wasn't great.
We learned he was actually a piece of shit.
Yeah, which sucks because I love those magazines. You gotta separate the artist from the.
Sometimes you do, yeah.
Pornography. Well, so Criss Angel, he graduates high school, his parents are like, "You've got to go to college," and he's like, "No, I want to pursue magic." Classic situation, and he did. He pursued magic right out of high school. According to the Biography channel, Angel hit the road and began touring with other traveling performance acts. Between traveling and performing, he attempted to further his education on his own by studying the history of magic in public libraries. He also studied the art of mysticism, music, martial arts, and even dance. Imagine going to a library and there's Criss Angel doing karate.
He's reading a book about ballet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
In New York.
Do you guys ever go to public libraries? My father-in-law, he loves going to libraries, even traveling. He likes to go in.
I don't really because the beginning of Ghostbusters really scared me.
Right, of course.
That is fair.
I don't have a library card, so I don't feel like I should go if I don't have one. You know?
Yeah.
That's very fair.
I think I got a library card once, took out books, and then had an incredible late fee, and then was like, fuck you.
You can get them on your Kindle or whatever now from the library even.
Really?
Or audiobooks, yeah.
God, I just paid $12.99 for Death's End. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good to know.
Anyway, so Criss Angel said, I stayed away from magicians when I was younger because I didn't want to think like them and I wanted to create my own style.
Sure.
Kind of an individual.
Like a goth
Yeah.
corn style.
Exactly. So, yeah, exactly. So Chris is touring. He's working.
Does he wear blouses?
Probably.
Yeah, he
Sort
does.
of, right? Like
black blouses.
like loose, sort of like he's sort of like. Am I right in saying that he's like what's the guitarist from Jane's Addiction? Dave
Navarro. Yeah, he is.
Is he like Dave? If
Yeah.
Dave Navarro was a
Yeah.
magician?
Yeah.
Dave Navarro, but like mixed with new metal more.
Oh, okay. So he's kind of like Buckethead.
Yeah, he kind of is like
He dresses like the scary doll Annabelle. What's
He
that?
dresses like Annabelle.
Isn't that sort of his style?
I think Annabelle dresses like a little girl, like a little doll. So I don't.
mean, sort of Chris.
You know what just occurred to me, Tim? Can you name all members of the band Korn?
I can. I don't know the drum. Okay, I think I can.
Let's hear it.
Jonathan Davis is the singer. The bass player used to be Fieldy. He wrote a book or two, which I have but haven't read yet. And then there's of course Monkey. He plays guitar. Head is the guitar player that found God and left and came back. And then the drummer.
Did he come back still with God, or did he ditch God?
I think he still likes God, but even God is like, you can be in Korn. You know?
Korn. I don't.
Yeah,
you don't
I
have
don't
to not
mind.
be in
Yeah,
Korn.
there's worse bands, you know.
Yeah. This is
And
my
the
impression
drummer
of
used
God.
to
You
be
can still be in
David.
Korn. You don't have to not play in Korn.
That's God talking to Head. Yeah.
You can still be in Korn.
So there you go.
I want you to have fun.
I
my
wonder
friend.
if
like people think
yeah.
I'm so strict. I'm not that strict. Be in Korn. Just remember me when you're playing.
Some of their friends must have been like, your band's name is Korn.
Yeah.
What's next? Peas?
Yeah. What else is in my shit? Let me see. Peanut
Oh,
shells.
God. Peanut shells.
Shells.
The shells. You go through Chris's stool. It's all peanut shells.
Rocks.
To help him digest.
Mouse bones.
An old boot.
We named our band Mouse Bones after what we found in our shit.
Shit.
Because we're such huge fans of Korn.
Well,
Okay, so Criss Angel is like if corn was magic.
Yes, and you're gonna see, absolutely. So I'll get to it. You know, he's touring. He starts getting big in the mid '90s. He had a 1-hour primetime special on ABC called Secrets. Hey, here's the thing. One of Criss Angel's early supporters, Clive Barker.
Oh, awesome!
wow.
He's scary.
The director, the horror director who did
And writer first and foremost.
Right. What was the one?
He's the father of Hellraiser.
Hellraiser. That's it.
Yeah.
Right.
This is my son, Hellraiser.
Say hello to the man, son.
These are my Cenobite friends.
Oh,
We've talked about Cenobites on this before.
yeah. It's such an
You'll have to
interesting.
forgive my Cenobite
concept.
son. He's quite shy.
Can I tell you
But
about?
we've never talked about Cenobites with Tim.
Yeah, I'm the guy to have around.
And
here.
just to be clear, because I wouldn't know this, Cenobites are the guys in the movie.
the evil.
They're like the minions of hell.
Wow.
And do they all
yes.
have nails on their head like the guy?
No, they all have different things.
tricks.
Oh,
Let me tell you about my favorite one. If you see Hellraiser 3, there is a guy and he was a DJ that becomes a Cenobite. And he is I think his Cenobite name is CD. And he is like a CD Cenobite that has like CDs sticking out of his
No
head.
way.
And he shoots CDs at you.
are you kidding?
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Watch Hellraiser 3 CD. It's the best.
If I was in hell and I got attacked by a CD man, I would be.
I'd be kind of
I'd be
happy.
like, hell's lame, dude.
I'd be kind of happy because remember how expensive CDs were? And
That's true.
They're like almost $20 each.
It's
basically.
also better sound quality than
Yeah.
streaming or even
Yeah.
MP3s.
Remember when you would buy a spool of 100 blank CDs?
Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
That was the
Remember
shit.
when you moved and you had to carry a giant Tupperware full of CDs that was like 80 pounds?
Yeah.
Anyway, so Clive Barker asked Criss Angel to work with him on one of his films called Lord of Illusions. You ever see that one? Any of you guys?
No?
Yeah, I think Scott Bakula might be
Yes!
in it.
Scott Bakula was in it. I think it's about a magician, or it
I
seemed
can't
like
remember,
yeah.
but I remember.
56% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's not bad for
pretty-
horror.
it's pretty
horror
good.
gets hit hard with reviews.
Yeah.
It's got Dracula.
And Clive Barker recorded the intro to
Barker?
Criss
Meet
Angel's
Bakula.
album called Musical Conjurings from the World
Wow.
of Illusion. Yes,
That's
Criss
awesome.
Angel has released a music album.
So are they oral illusions? Like, do your ears get tricked when you listen?
Well,
That's a good question.
Criss
I know, I'm good at
Angel
this.
started this band called Angel Dust
Oh,
with a
sick.
guy called Clayton. And
Okay.
like Criss Angel says he's
I
always
can't believe you have this research.
Criss
He
Angel
always
Started a
does.
band with a guy named Clayton.
Criss Angel has a passion for music, and he says he was a musician longer than even being a magician.
Right.
And this band, Angel Dust, it was like a combination of music and magic.
That's scary.
What an era! You've got rap combining with rock. You've got music combining with magic. What's
So,
next?
so
Sign
Criss
me up.
Angel is called Criss Angel, and was Clayton called Clayton Dust?
No,
Is that why they called
and
it Angel
apparently
Dust?
Clayton has been wiped from the website of Criss Angel.
Criss Angel
they had
made
a falling
Clayton
out.
disappear.
Oh,
Yes.
oh,
my God.
like only
Very
you
well
can.
said.
Clayton knows some shit, and we need to track him down.
Agreed. I did
Good
listen
him.
to Angel Dust's album on
Oh,
YouTube. It has
God.
about 40 views, I think. It's pretty funny. It does sound like low rent corn, I'd say. And if you've heard, look it up for sure. And if you've heard the theme song to Mind Freak, it sounds exactly like that.
I didn't. Okay, see, I was never a corn guy. I did like how he wore an Adidas tracksuit. The dreads looked like they would hurt if I was at a show and they whipped me in the face.
I did like the Corn's
But-
two like biggest hits. What was the main like the
Adidas.
Something takes a part of me. That one.
Oh, Freak on a Leash, of
Freak on a
course.
Leash.
But
Yeah,
wasn't
oh my
there the
God.
all day?
Yeah, Adidas was
Adidas.
good.
Dream
Got the
about-
Life was good.
And then it's kind of it. Those are the 3 good corn songs. That's it.
Yeah,
I remember their
sorry.
album cover had a girl playing hopscotch into a dangerous predicament.
Drawn by Todd McFarlane.
Oh fuck, dude!
Yeah.
Wow.
I like fucked up shit, like twisted shit, like that.
Well, then this is your guy.
Corn.
I like the unusual. So that's
Sure.
why I
Oh, we
love
Yeah,
it.
definitely
we
check
know
out
you
Corn
do.
and also
Well,
Criss
everybody's
Angel.
always pretending that everything's nice, and like I want like a band that tells me that
Toast it like it is.
Yeah. Makes me feel like I'm not crazy when I know other people are freaking out.
Hey, this is kind of interesting. Criss Angel hosted a couple of TV specials hosted by Harry Anderson. Remember Harry Anderson?
Judge Harry.
He liked magic too.
Yes.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
On Night Court, he was always doing magic, and then Harry Anderson, I think, did magic for real.
He did magic all the time, and whenever he would do it on Night Court, I always be like,
Just bring back Marky Post.
bring back Marky Post, or at least for some laughs, Bull.
Yeah,
Oh,
give
yeah.
me Bull.
Give us Bull.
He was dumb, but you could tell the actor was smart.
You could tell the actor was fucking smart.
And I realized as an adult that Chris Locke showed me.
Huh?
Like, as an adult,
Oh,
I
yeah.
learned from Chris
Oh,
Locke
yeah.
that Marky Post was actually really a huge giant babe, which I didn't
We've
notice
talked about this
when
on
I
the
was a
podcast
kid.
before too.
Right, yeah.
It's like when I was a kid, I didn't get it, and then all of a sudden, as an adult, you know, you go back and all of a sudden you're like, right, this is why Dan was losing his fucking mind every
Right.
night.
I had the same experience watching Christmas Vacation and with Beverly D'Angelo. Didn't
Beverly
think twice
and
as a kid. Watched it at 40. I'm losing my mind.
Beverly
same
D'Angelo is
thing.
an all-timer for me.
Oh my God.
I have the same thing with watching old episodes of The Simpsons. You're like, Lisa Simpson.
Oh my!
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
What? I'm just saying the same thing you guys are saying.
No,
It's different. It's
But
not the
why?
same.
because she's a child, Michael.
She's a cartoon. And a very attractive
Mike.
cartoon.
He's right.
Okay, I guess. I mean, yeah, okay. Anyway,
Well, I guess what's the police chief Wiggum's? Ralph thought she was pretty.
Yes.
But he's
Mike is like
mentally
Ralph Wiggum.
ill.
oh, that's true. But again,
He's
Ralph,
mentally ill.
Ralph is,
He is.
is mentally ill and also
He's
a child
Disabled,
character.
right?
I'm depressed.
Yeah, laugh it up.
I have autism.
Oh, come on.
What? Isn't that in the show? I felt like I've seen it.
That's
No.
his classic quote.
They didn't have autism when they made that season because they hadn't done vaccines yet.
Sure.
Remember that one?
Yeah. Oh, the classic.
Oh,
the
right, yeah.
Valentine's
They
Day episode.
Remember when Bart pauses the show and you see
His heartbreak.
his heartbreak?
Oh, yeah. It's classic.
So you're like that, Mike.
Yeah, I guess.
You see yourself swooping in there and catching the rebound.
No,
Yes.
I will say.
And having a police officer.
Remember the episode when Lisa imagined her future and she was with Hugh Grant?
Yes.
A guy
Yeah.
like Hugh Grant? I could see Mike liking that. Adult?
You know, weirdly, I watched that and I didn't like that one.
I wonder why.
We're
did like
trying
it.
to help
She was
you,
grown
Mike.
up.
No, I did like it when, yeah.
She was all filled out.
Yeah, something about it didn't
Yeah.
sit right with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
Not for everybody.
So now, eventually, Criss Angel, he's kind of blowing up.
So me and
It's
James
working
like
out.
Marky Post.
Absolutely.
Tim, who do you like from TV?
I like Dog the Bounty Hunter's wife. That's my number one all time.
R.I.P.
Is that your, is
Beth
that your hall pass?
Yeah, Beth Chapman.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
I'm also going to say Fran. So,
Oh,
I mean,
please
we're just being
do me a
pigs now,
favor
but
and look her up right now.
Fran Drescher,
Please.
I didn't notice was beautiful as a child, and as an adult, I do. She
Yeah.
is a beautiful lady.
Wait, she was beautiful
And I like
as
her
a
voice.
child?
No, I was a child watching The Nanny, and I didn't think anything. And then again,
Right.
I see when I'm older, and I go, hang on a second, Fran
Which
Drescher.
one?
Hey, you know who's a beautiful child?
Francie
That,
Frayne?
Francie Frayne?
Which one?
What are you talking about? Francie
Beth-
Frayne? What's going on?
The middle one, the blonde one.
He's had a few wives.
Oh, you're talking about Bob the...
No, Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Bob the dog?
I'm so sorry, James.
No. Oh, God. Bob the dog. Can I see
That's my number one. That's my all pass. Everybody knows it. You know, my wife's fine with it. She knows if I ever, because she has passed away. That woman. Yeah, exactly.
dog resting his head on her bosom?
Rest in peace, though. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
All
that
the
would be
respect in the world.
We're just seeing photos. Tim, that would be scary if you hooked up with Dog the Bounty Hunter's wife because he would kick your ass.
Maybe I'd kick his ass. I'm not scared.
Whoa.
I'm not scared.
Oh my!
I would love the opportunity. Is all I'm saying.
Hey.
Fran Drescher's really hot.
Anyway,
Is there footage? Is there any pictures of Fran Drescher as a child for James?
no, come on now. I was a
beautiful
child.
He did? What's going on today?
Oh my god! All right,
Everyone's losing
Criss
their goddamn
Criss
mind.
Angel's blowing up.
I don't give a fuck about Criss Angel.
Don't say that. Too many people are saying that. That's what his problem
That's what
is.
his problem is.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, Chris. I'm just joking.
He landed
I
an
love you.
off-Broadway show. Michael, you were bringing up Green Day and Broadway. Well, Criss
Wow.
Angel was on off-Broadway, and he did more than 600 performances of Criss Angel Mind Freak, the live show, from 2001 to 2003.
Would you guys come see a Broadway show of me and Tim's as two Draculas?
Would you?
Absolutely.
Yes.
We're
You'd
working
fly
on it.
down or drive down?
I would fly down, drive down, take a boat, do whatever it took.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We're trying to get a grant to do like on Broadway,
On Broadway.
two Draculas
I love
show.
that.
Not off Broadway. On
so
bigger
Broadway.
theater.
Like in Times Square.
In Times
In
Square.
everybody's face.
That-
Right.
Let's,
Kelly and
and
Mark
we will
are there.
sign programs outside, after, and everything.
Love
dressed
that.
as a true Dracula
Love that.
characters.
well,
And like Mel Brooks, everyone will come and see our show and talk to us after.
Mel Brooks, everyone.
Lin-Manuel Miranda will come see the show.
Man, Miranda.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Big Man Miranda.
Miranda. And who else?
Fran
Bug,
Drescher.
Bug the Dunkty Hunty.
Bob the Dog
Bob
Hunter.
the Donut.
Bob the Dog Hunter is pretty good.
Bob the Donut Scarfer.
I don't know why that's funny, but it is to me. This is kind of sick, and this is where you guys could do your Broadway show.
Okay.
Criss Angel's live show was at a theater called the World Underground Theater in Times Square, and that theater is owned by the WWE.
Wow.
That's kind of cool.
Underground?
Well, that's what it's called, but yeah.
Sounds raw.
Sounds mysterious.
By the way,
I like it.
Criss Angel's doing these shows right around 9/11.
Oh, no.
Oh,
that
so
first
he's
show
the one-
back. Imagine.
He's the one who made those disappear.
Hey, Mind Freak, why didn't you stop those planes?
Mind Freak, why did you do that?
Why'd you do that, my freak? Why'd you do that to us, my freak? No, it was the mind freak. I know it. It was the mind freak. Only him. Only him had the power.
This was too much, Mind Freak.
You went too far.
You went too far this time, my freak.
Now I know why they call him Mind Freak.
Anyway, hey, here's a little note about the Mind Freak. For some reason, he's very adamant that you can't communicate with the dead. He hates mediums.
So he doesn't like his neighbor, Long Island medium, Teresa Caputo.
You know, he wouldn't
Oh.
like her at all.
Interesting
And
crew
Criss
coming
Angel
out of Long
said
Island.
this. He said, if somebody's doing that, talking to the dead, for entertainment purposes, that's one thing. But if they claim to be communicating with the dead, I don't care if they're from my hometown. I don't care if they're my family members. I'll expose them and tell them what they really are.
What are they?
Frauds. I'm going to say,
He's
I don't...
scared.
Frogs.
The idea of ghosts talking minds his freak.
Yeah. I'm also going to say, I don't think we can communicate with the dead either, but I'm not taking Criss Angel's word for it.
No.
No,
It's not
dude.
like I was like...
Listen, I
You're-
make my mother float around the living room, but talking to dead, that's a little bit much.
Dude, I'm not going to listen to Criss Angel. He's wearing baggy leather pants.
He dresses like Annabelle. I'm not going to listen to anything he says.
Mike thinks he's Annabelle.
He thinks Criss Angel dresses like Annabelle. He loves Lisa Simpson. What the fuck?
And he's like, why does everybody like when I'm not on the podcast? Why does everybody keep saying it's so good when I'm not around?
Hey, you know...
Every podcast has a mind freak within the hosts.
It's true.
Mike Freak.
Mike Freak.
Mike Freak!
my God. Mike Freak.
God.
Oh
In
my God.
2002, Criss Angel did a trick that put that guy on the map.
Which guy?
Criss Angel.
Oh, put himself on the map.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Angel
Sorry, I
spent,
thought it was a different guy.
he spent 24 hours
Map freak.
shackled underwater in a phone booth-sized water torture cell in Times Square.
That sounds like
Fuck,
something a
dude.
water freak would do.
Yeah.
That's like a
What are you trying to do?
Houdini.
Freak with our minds? Water? Maps? What is this?
So Houdini,
Shackles.
Pick a
Houdini
thing
did
to
that for
freak.
90 minutes,
That's
but he's
right.
doing it for 24 fucking hours?
Yeah, apparently this was a world record, which doesn't seem that that seems beatable to me.
Houdini
I could
think
do
he
that.
is.
Oh wow.
So to prepare for this, Criss Angel practiced in his neighbor's swimming pool.
yeah.
He fasted for 24 hours before the performance,
And then him and his neighbors got pizza.
and during the trick, he went through 16 oxygen tanks.
Oh, amazing.
Well, you got oxygen tanks down there.
I
Big
thought he was
fucking
holding
deal.
his breath.
Yeah. What?
No, he's just underwater for 24 hours. and
My
he's the
mind
first to
just
do this.
unfreaked a
So
bit.
he's in a submarine.
Yeah.
Big fucking deal.
Yeah, give me a fucking break.
Oh, I
dude.
didn't realize you had 18 oxygen tanks. Sorry. Wow, what a trick. You got me.
That's the sound of my mind backing up after being
Outta here.
after driving forwards to freak zone.
Well, things are blowing up for Criss Angel now.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, fuck you.
Hey, did you know this though?
Come see a Greek man. Breathe oxygen.
Yeah, wow.
Chris performed at Ozfest in 2005.
I need another oxygen tank.
He's making
Oh, that's sick.
50 grand a day just signing merchandise by this point.
Did he
He's-
make all
Not
Does he
anymore,
disappear?
I'll tell you that much.
Wow.
Yeah, he's blowing up. And in 2005, A&E made a show called Criss Angel Mind Freak, which is how I know.
Oh, there
Yes,
we
me
go.
too.
And there's
I
all
don't
kinds
know
of
him
cool.
through any other
He did. The show was kind of like part reality show. It was partly about his life, and then they do a few tricks every episode.
That's fun.
Stuff like walking on water, levitating, walking up the side of a hotel, making a Lamborghini disappear, surviving in a exploding C4 crate, cutting himself in half, and getting run over by a steamroller while lying on a bed of broken glass.
That would actually feel good.
Yeah, we're all in our 40s now, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
We need a steamroller to roll over our bad back.
Does Criss Angel live in my neighborhood? Because if you park a Lamborghini on my street, it'll disappear.
Yeah,
What street do you live on?
Young Street.
Young Street.
Yeah.
Mind Street.
Busy Street.
Now, David Blaine would
yeah.
do magic around the
Yeah.
same time.
Yeah.
And he's better.
Do they have a
He's
rivalry?
better, for
David
Can we all
Blaine?
agree that David Blaine is better and cooler?
Can I give you guys an unsubstantiated rumor?
Or
Nobody
whatever.
hold me to this. Nobody take this as gospel. I know somebody who met magicians who worked for other Vegas magicians.
Do I know them too, right?
Yes. We're not going to say the name to
Yeah.
protect their identities.
The innocent.
They told me that these other magicians were like Criss Angel, all magicians, I guess, in Vegas, they kind of think
Chris
they don't-
Angel is like the Gene
They
Simmons
think he's lame
of
and they think he's corny. They
musicians.
don't like him. And apparently, it's really commonplace where big magicians will send their team to other shows to check it out. And everybody does this. But Criss Angel was freaked out apparently and was like, "Get him out of my show. I don't want them seeing my show." But then, according to this guy, Criss Angel would send his own team to record other shows. So the magic community in Vegas thinks he's kind of a douche.
He
That's
is.
inside info. I'm just a rumor, so please don't hold me to it. Don't sue me if that's not true.
The world community thinks he's kind of a douche.
Yeah, I mean,
he's
you're
kind of a
okay.
douche.
But I did read a bunch of Reddit threads today about why do magician people not like Criss Angel, and a lot of it was just saying David Blaine would actually do these really impressive tricks that didn't rely on camera tricks, and there's a feeling that Criss Angel would use a lot of camera tricks.
Sure.
On his
Yeah,
show.
for sure.
Yes.
Whereas David Blaine, they're not cutting away.
I probably saw a few Criss Angel things when he was hot at the time, and that's what the show looked like. It was just why he's not doing magic? He's just making a TV show with cameras and editing.
Yeah.
It never felt like I was watching magic.
No.
It just felt like I was watching a guy walk around in a Motley Crue video.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, the show ran from 2005 to 2010, and it was Annie's #1 show with 1.5 million viewers. And
Mind freaks on, honey.
Come on, kids.
Yeah. Bring your bowl of
Shit.
bring your bowl of shit from the microwave. Mind freaks on. Dad, these are peas. They're shit.
they're shit to me.
They're shit
They're
to me.
gonna
I don't
be
eat
shit
them.
after I eat them.
Eat your peas. I'm not eating them. I don't like this dad.
After the
Dad
show
freak.
ended, Criss partnered with Cirque du Soleil.
Oh,
but
now
those are
we're cooking
real.
with gas.
athletic
that's
experts.
real
But
magic.
he made a show with them called Believe, but honestly, critics didn't like it, and they called it confusing and uninteresting.
Yeah.
Now get this.
What am I supposed to believe?
I'm confused. What's going on here?
Yep.
Sorry, we're on trapeze. We're on a swing.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Where's that Lamborghini?
Yeah, it's not there
Where's that
anymore.
Lambo?
I'm afraid.
A Lamborghini is on a trapeze, spinning around.
Now get this. In 2009, Criss Angel's doing a Cirque du Soleil show, and blogger Perez Hilton was in the audience.
Oh, no.
And
No.
Perez Hilton
No.
texted to his fans during the performance, or I guess tweeted, that the show was unbelievably bad and he'd rather be getting a root canal.
I think that
Word got
yeah.
back to Criss Angel, and on stage at the end of the show, he hurled obscene insults at Perez Hilton.
Wow.
Obscene.
That's Perez
Oh
Hilton.
God. He just mind freaked out on him.
Hey, you
did,
get
I
the fuck
guess.
out of my show. I'm gonna,
Yeah.
you know, that kind of thing. You ass. You shit.
I
Yeah.
bet Perez Hilton drew
You
jizz on
ass.
his face after that.
Me too.
Yeah.
That was his thing.
Tim, are you a fan of the singer Genuine?
Oh, sure. Pony.
Pony, yeah.
All the
Yeah.
rest.
Well,
Yeah.
Criss Angel had a serious,
That's the best song.
serious moment with Genuine.
Oh.
That's actually quite frightening.
He had a serious
Serious
moment?
moment.
Well, yeah, because at Criss Angel, he got another show in the CW briefly called Magic with the Stars. and
This sounds so fun.
and he put Genuine.
It sounds like the type of show I want to watch dinner on a TV tray and just let work like fall off my shoulders for the day.
he had the unmitigated gall to put Genuine in a glass box underwater. And Genuine almost maybe died. A leaked video showed Genuine struggling and being pulled out unconscious. We did fully recover, and Criss Angel stated that safety protocols were in place. But still, the incident raised concern about the safety of celebrity participants and Angel's high-risk stunts.
Sure.
do it.
That's Genuine drowning, singing pony.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really good.
Thanks.
I
You
will
are
just
so good at that stuff.
You know what? I think one of the first men I ever saw in my life was Michael Winslow in Police Academy.
Right.
I didn't see my two dads.
wow, that's crazy.
I know.
No, Criss Angel, he did some good stuff. Okay, he has the Believe Foundation,
Oh, sure.
and
We all have a
Make-A-Wish Foundation said he's awarded him most supportive celebrity. So,
Pardon me? What?
Criss Angel, the Make-A-Wish Foundation says he was really good.
You can't tell me there's that many kids that are like dying to meet Criss
What's your final
Angel.
wish? I'd like to be mind freaked.
Unfortunately, you've been diagnosed with mind freak. What's your? Yeah, it's like, all right.
I also read.
Ask for Spider-Man.
I read.
R.I.P.
I read a
was good.
Reddit comment
R.I.P.
where a guy talked about Criss Angel and said, "We went to the same high school, and I can tell you, as a person, he's always been a self-centered jerk."
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa.
And the guy
dude.
wrote, "I think magicians resent how absurdly over the top he is. It's like corn does magic."
Whoa.
Does it fucking say that in there?
In this guy's
Does
Reddit
it say
post that?
that?
I read.
Oh
Thank
my
you.
god.
Thank you, guy.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Corn magic.
We basically came to that conclusion before we knew about the guy on Reddit.
Unreal.
Last
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
You know the famed like, is it the Magic Castle in Los Angeles?
Yeah.
Is he a member there or is he shunned from there?
That's a
I
good
think they
cue.
view him as too dangerous to
pariah.
enter.
Too dangerous.
You
to
did- yeah,
enter.
you have to. Only people practicing,
They don't release
Good
the
magic.
drawbridge when he's outside yelling up to the guards.
Let me in to the magic castle.
Yep.
A Canadian claimed that Mind Freak choked him.
Oh yeah.
A Canadian did?
Hey, I've thought about choking a couple Canadians, if you know what I'm saying.
I know. God, what do
Brandon
they give us?
McDonald,
Nothing. And we give them
31
$80 billion
Of,
a year.
of Ontario, Canada, went a couple years ago to see Criss Angel's show in Vegas, and for some reason he jumped over the seats and tried to punch a security officer.
Which one did?
This Canadian guy. The officer and Criss
That
Angel.
Canadian guy?
No,
Glenn
no.
Foster?
No, just a random guy.
Oh.
Criss Angel and the officer walk him out, and the official report said they didn't do anything. But the Canadian guy claims that Criss Angel said, quote, "I'm going to choke you," and then started choking him. Like an animal. But Angel denied the allegations.
How can a magician not make the guy's hands disappear? He's fucking fake.
If you still want to see Criss Angel, he does the Mind Freak show in Vegas to this very day, and he's very rich.
Wow, and that's it.
Whoa.
Oh,
That's
my
the story of
God.
Criss
Oh
Angel.
my God.
Now, gentlemen, it's time to be paid a visit from the...
Oh, wow. The evilometer's got 18 oxygen tanks strapped to his back.
Well, then
And-
it's fine.
And he's dressed like Annabelle. And he has a
Dressed like
thick
Annabelle.
New York City accent. But Long Island accent, actually.
I guess you go first, Mike. I need to think about this for a second.
Whoa.
Or I can go first if you want. I mean, honestly, evil, no, he's a 0.5. But maybe a douche-meter, he might be a 7 or 8. I give him a 0.5.
He makes me nervous because he's playing with the dark art of magic, which, as we know, is
Dark.
related to the devil.
Oh, yeah.
And I am not a friend of the devil. And so that makes me nervous. So I'm going to at least give him a 8.
Please
Wow.
meet
I'm at 8.
you.
No, 8.5. 8.5.
Okay.
Please allow
Tim?
me to introduce myself. I'm a friend of Criss Angel.
Tim, quickly, what's your score here?
Well, obviously he's not that evil that we know about.
yeah.
That we know about. But he purports to be evil. Purports himself to be some wizard
Yes.
man, evil corn wizard, and there is something to that. So yes, sure, he's not that evil, but I'm going to give him a 3.
Okay.
Also, 8.5 that I gave him is because he was rude to his hometown friend, Teresa Caputo, Long Island medium.
Okay.
I'm giving him a 2 because, he treats other magicians like shit with double standards.
Yeah.
And he makes all his old friends think that he's a self-centered jerk.
I love
And he's also, no pun intended, corny.
that. Oh,
And I
Chris.
feel like corniness should have a place on our evilometer.
Sure.
That's
If a person
good
is
point.
too corny, they should automatically be a 2.
That's a
maybe
very
he could
fair
even be a
rule.
3. I could agree with Tim and give him a 3. Now, if we had an ometer for being a numbnuts, it would be higher.
Numbnutometer.
Do you guys know that Long Island Media did a special where she talked with 9/11 survivors of like 9/11, and she helped them get in touch with their dead loved ones who died at 9/11, and then they put it on TV.
That
A bit wacky.
is, you know what?
That's
Remember
good.
the turn of this last century, like the 1900s, where everything was carnivals, traveling carnivals, and there was snake oil salesman
Yes.
stands, and there was bearded lady, and there was all this but there was all these tricks and basically, whatever. What's the word? What's the expression? Never give a sucker an even break. It's that kind of world. Nothing's changed. It's still, the world is still fully, television is just the same old carnival tricks, in my opinion.
Gentlemen, we're on a tight schedule
Oh, shit.
here, so we're going to wrap this up.
Okay,
and,
let
we're
me
gonna-
know if you want to see me and Tim do 2 Draculas on Broadway for real in New York. Help us realize our dream.
Or
me
let
know-
us know if you want us to come to your town. We'll come to your town and perform for you and your friends.
2 Draculas.
I'm going to do a Twitch stream. I'm going to sing all of Rent sometime in July. I will release details soon.
And Tim, we love you. Thank you so much. Tim's a hilarious comedian. Check out his album. Check out anything he does. If there's anything you want to mention or anything, Tim.
I've got a couple albums out. Please listen to them and download them and love them and tell them your friends about them. I'm always around. I'm performing. I got a lot going on right now. I got a lot of fingers and a lot of pies right now. I can tell you that much. I got a lot going on, but I'm doing okay and I'm around. So come say hi.
Okay, great. That's it.
That was another great episode of